डॉक्टर आशुतोष सुपर्ब। अब हम में से मैं एंड्रॉयड फ़ोन यूज़ करता हूं दोस्तों, तो मैंने आपको स्क्रीन में ये दिखा दिया है। लेकिन हरियाणा वाले उतने बावले भी नहीं है जितना हमें समझा जाता है। मैं आईफोन भी इस्तेमाल करता हूं। तो ये अगला सवाल फिर आपके लिए कि आप में से जो लोग आईफोन इस्तेमाल करते हैं आई टाइप करें, जो स्मार्टफोन यूज़ करते हैं एंड्रॉयड फ़ोन यूज़ करते हैं ए टाइप करें। वंडरफुल 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 वंडरफुल, बहुत सुंदर बहुत सुंदर बहुत सुंदर, मजा आ गया मजा आ गया मजा आ गया दोस्तों। तो दोस्तों आज का सेशन तो आपके लिए और भी ज्यादा रेलिवेंट होने जा रहा है। वो इसलिए होने जा रहा है कि हम रोजमर्रा की जिंदगी में तो स्मार्टफोन, एंड्रॉयड फोन, आईफोन का इस्तेमाल करते हैं। लेकिन क्लासरूम्स में हम आज भी चॉक बोर्ड्स या व्हाइट बोर्ड्स के प्रयोग पे अटके बैठे हैं। सो आज की टैगलाइन है, फ्रॉम chalkboard टू डिजिटल बोर्ड्स एकेडमिक जर्नीज यूजिंग एआई। सो आज के इस सेशन डिजिटल साथी टूल्स दैट ट्रांसफॉर्म क्लासरूम्स, रिसर्च एंड करियर्स में आप सभी का स्वागत है। और एक बड़ी अच्छी सी कहावत है कि इलिटरेट्स ऑफ 21st सेंचुरी विल नॉट बी दोज हु कैन नॉट रीड एंड राइट, इलिटरेट्स ऑफ 21st सेंचुरी विल बी दोज हु कैन नॉट अनलर्न एंड रीलर्न। सो एआई ने हम सब की जिंदगी में फॉरेन कर लिया है। और हकीकत ये है कि अभी तक तो स्टूडेंट्स पे हम डोमिनेट करते थे। अहम ब्रह्मास्मि, गुरु बिन ज्ञान संभव नहीं है, ये हमारे कल्चर और ट्रेडिशन का हिस्सा भी रहा। लेकिन दोस्तों एनईपी 2020 ने मल्टी डिसिप्लिनरी स्किल बेस्ड टेक इनेबल्ड लर्निंग की बात कर दी है। और स्टूडेंट्स जो हैं वो डिजिटल फर्स्ट हैं और क्लासरूम ऑफन आर नॉट। जिस तरह से आप सभी दोस्तों के पास एंड्रॉयड फ़ोन, स्मार्टफोन, आईफोन्स हैं, स्टूडेंट्स के पास हैं। और ईमानदारी की बात, हमारे स्टूडेंट्स डिजिटली हमसे ज़्यादा स्मार्ट हैं। तो अब प्रॉब्लम स्टूडेंट्स की नहीं है, प्रॉब्लम आपकी और मेरी है। उसके साथ साथ there has been an explosion of AI tools in terms of content, in terms of language, in terms of data, in terms of design, in terms of admin। और हमारा रोल एक टीचर, लेक्चरर, रीडर, प्रोफेसर से बदलकर लर्निंग डिजाइनर एंड मेंटोर पे आ गया है। यानी कि हमें लर्निंग डिजाइन करनी है और मेंटोरिंग करनी है। सच्ची बात तो यह है कि एआई टीचर्स को तो नहीं रिप्लेस करेगा, लेकिन वो टीचर्स जो एआई का इस्तेमाल करते हैं वो उन सबको पीछे छोड़ देंगे जो इसका इस्तेमाल नहीं करते हैं। तो अगर आप मेरी बात से सहमत हैं तो एस टाइप कीजिए कि हाँ हम आपकी बात से सहमत हैं। अगर असहमत हैं तो ए टाइप कीजिए। वंडरफुल वंडरफुल वंडरफुल। You are a lovely audience, a very participative audience, much appreciated, much appreciated। तो दोस्तों ये चैट का सिलसिला यही नहीं रुकता है, इसके साथ साथ मैं आपसे अब जानना भी चाहूंगा दैट विच ऑल टूल्स डू यू यूज इन एआई। So put into the chat box the tools which you have been using into AI for your everyday teaching, learning, and research, because that will help me to decide that which tools should I teach you which you do not know. So the idea of raising this question, that which all tools you have been using in AI for your classrooms, for your teaching, for research: ChatGPT, DeepSeek, ChatGPT, Meta, ChatGPT, Gemini, wonderful, 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 Perplexity, wonderful, ChatGPT, Gamma, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Oh, that makes my life much easier now. Quizzy, wonderful, 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 wonderful. So what I'll do is that when I'll be talking about these individual tools, I'll again come back to you because you have been using these tools so that you can answer or give them in more detail. Type A if you agree to it, that yes, we are ready to help you, that when you are using certain tools and you are okay with that, you can add on some more value in context of those tools, right? Okay, wonderful. So here we were, and here was the slideshow, and we are talking about that today we are going to cover what are the major tool categories for academic excellence. And let us try understanding that how AI works inside these tools in simple terms. How do we co-create a learning support with an AI tool? How do we evaluate sessions for experience, feasibility, ethics, and inclusion? And how do we visualize teaching, research, and institutional use cases? So, friends, let us not at all be afraid of AI. AI is a beautiful thing. And yes, AI will help us in a great way. And we will make sure that before we leave from this session, each one of us is able to use certain AI tools. And those who have been using certain tools, well, they will either get some update on that, or I will get some update from you, because you are equally competent and have been learning and using those tools. So it would be a two-way process, right? Wonderful. Well, friends, do you know that Classrooms 2.0 teaching and learning with AI, how we can use them? We can use AI as co-designer for lessons to generate our lesson plans at different difficulty level. We can map outcomes at Bloom's taxonomy. So whenever I am planning my lesson plans, I can assign the role to the AI. They can plan for different difficulty levels. They can map out the outcomes by Bloom's taxonomy. Well, we will come to the practical exercises also at a later stage in today's session to help you out that how we can actually do so. Presently, I'm just setting the context that how AI could be utilized for teaching and learning in Classrooms 2.0. So if you are inquisitive and if you're finding this talk interesting, type I into the chat box. If you're finding it boring, type B into the chat box. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Good to see your responses. Getting so many eyes from Esha ji, Ujala ji, Urmila Sharma ji, Mukesh ji, Pooja ji, Dr. Nirmal ji, Archana ji. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. That's a beautiful thing. Friends, we can create multi-model content using slides, explainer notes, short quizzes, caselets, role plays, etc., etc., using AI. So that makes my life much, much more easier. And we can also support inclusive classrooms by translating material, simplifying complex texts, designing examples relevant to the local context and language. One of the beautiful example for the same is that you give a topic and ask AI to three different ways to teach it. You are more okay with a story or a debate or a case. So, well, what else do you need? Idea is yours. Your students are yours. Your audience is yours. But then your assistant is AI. Friends, candidly, if my secretary does not listen to me, I never crib at her. I said, get lost. I have AI who's going to listen and obey to my orders. And that makes me happy and keeps me happy throughout the day because I'm okay to use AI. If you want to be okay to use AI, type OK into the chat box. Wonderful. Friends, AI can also be used to create smarter assessments and feedback in terms of your sample question papers, item bank support, generating multiple choice questions, short answers, case-based questions, aligning these questions with course outcomes and program outcomes. Isn't this interesting? Wonderful. Getting so many OKs from all of you. Wonderful, wonderful. You can also conduct formative assessment. There can be auto-generated quizzes, instant feedback, exit tickets, reflection prompts. Friends, the story does not stop here. You can be more faster, you can have more constructive feedback, you can draft rubric-based comments on assignments, and you can give language feedback without touching the content. Well, you need to also observe certain safeguards. Avoid overdependence on AI and check for errors and bias. So that has to be avoided, right? So if you are able to do so, you can do lot of interesting things, right? So let's go with them very quickly that what all can we do. I'll come back to the first thing, major tool categories for academic excellence. First and foremost is your AI chat and search. Some of you answered that you're using ChatGPT, some of you said you're using Gemini. Well, I'll let you know about 10 in each of the categories. You may choose any one of them. Isn't that fascinating? Well, for AI chat and search, you can use ChatGPT, you can use Gemini, you can use the new Bing, you can use Perplexity, you can use UChat, you can use Spo, you can use ChatSpot, you can use Deep AI Chat, you can use Claude 2. Well, finding it amazing? Good. But wait, if you are supposed to make some graphic designs using AI, then your good friends are Canva, Pixlr, Gravit Designer, Vector, Crello, Figma, Easel, Design Wizard, and BeFunky. Oh. What if you are supposed to make AI presentations? Dectopus, Tom, Beautiful AI, Gamma, VPEC, ChatGPT, Simplifieds, Slide AI, and Stand Steps are your wonderful partners. What about if live video editing has to be done? Wonderful, friends, if you're using videos for your teaching, Pictory, Synthesia, Runway, Unscript, Descript, Cunevo, InVideo, Morrissey, Deep Brain AI are interesting tools that can help you for all these aspects. What about if you are a teacher of marketing and you want to teach digital marketing? Text Cortex, Flick, Chatfuel, Synthesia, MarketMuse, Influency, Exod, Lizard, Userd, Design AI are interesting tools that can be utilized. Ah, you are from commerce. Yes, so you need AI for trading. Well, friends, AI has something for everyone. Morphlin, SigModel, Blackbox Stocks, EcoBot, Equan, Quout, ChanGPT, Trend Speaker, Trend Spider, and Trade Ideas are for trading. What about I'm a teacher and I want to write something interesting? Well, friends, PixArt AI Rotor, Notion AI, chatbot tools, Copy AI. Oh, you are from music. You are passionate for audios. 11 Labs, Refusion, Muffle, Adobe Podcast are your AIs for music. You want to get some summaries out of the detailed contents. Your annual reports of the mysteries, some detailed reports. You want to have AI content summarizers. Nota, 85, Summarize Tech, and Gimme Summary are very interesting tools that's going to help you. You want to have something in context of artwork. I'm touching each one of your domains. Midjourney, Nvidia Canvas, AutoDraw, Dell E. मजा आ गया ना दोस्तों? माड़े माड़े 50-60 एआई के नाम तो मैंने आपको गिनवा दिए। 5-6 भी सीखेंगे तो बहुत मजा आएगा, नहीं तो नाम तो हमें पता चल गए। मुझे तो बहुत मजा आ रहा है आपके साथ इस सेशन में। आपको भी मजा आ रहा है? एम टाइप कीजिए। बोर हो रहे हैं? बी टाइप कीजिए। वंडरफुल वंडरफुल। पूजा जी कहती है सर प्लीज शेयर लिस्ट ऑफ ऑल एआई टूल्स। मैम ऑल योर्स। आई एम नॉट गोना टेक them back to my home. I'll do share. But I need a promise you will learn at least 5 of them. If you learn 50, I'm the happiest person. Wonderful. मजा आ गया दोस्तों। सो अब चलते हैं कि कहाँ कहाँ एआई का इस्तेमाल होता है। कोड डिजाइनर का, मल्टी मॉडल कंटेंट का, इंक्लूसिव क्लासरूम्स का, क्वेश्चन पेपर्स में, एमसीक्यूज में, सीओज पीओज की अलाइनमेंट में, फॉर्मेटिव असेसमेंट, ऑटो जनरेटेड क्विजेज, एग्जिट टिकट्स, कंस्ट्रक्टिव फीडबैक, रुब्रिक बेस्ड कमेंट्स, लैंग्वेज फीडबैक एंड व्हाट नॉट। Well, from research support also, from idea to literature review. AI helps you to brainstorm research problems and refine questions using AI too. Summarize the long articles and reports, compare and contrast theories and models, prepare concept maps and frameworks, organizing literature, extracting variables, methods, findings into tables, generating first draft summaries for each theme. But let me caution you, it is a starting lens. It is not a substitute of reading originals. So you must not stop the habit of reading originals. Must read originals, but let your assistant work for you. And you will be a boss only when you know more than your assistant. So let your academic domain be yours, and your assistant should only assist you. Well, so first tool to be used, Chat GPT OpenAI. It is used for generating lesson plans, quiz questions, case studies, explanations at different difficulty levels, translation and simplification of the content. It is also used for research. I'm talking absolutely in context of teaching and research. Because as academicians, you primarily do these two things. So, to brainstorm your topics, to refine research questions, to draft sections, explain methods, help with reviewer responses, but with human oversight. Friends, ChatGPT do tell lies or it manipulates. So you need to be very careful when you're using it. Now let me take you through an example. Let's go for a live example. Are you ready for a live example? So if yes, type L into the chat box that yes, I am ready for a live example. Oh, wonderful. And you may put your question also that where do you want me to use ChatGPT? So what I'm doing now, I'm sharing the screen again. I'm sharing my entire system with you. Okay. Entire screen, share sound. Wonderful. So friends, I have opted for this chat GPT and I think this is visible to you now. Let me share it with you that I'm a paid user of chat GPT. I've been using it for a long time and it is my plus subscription. So I have been using it for a long time and it is a absolute paid version. Okay. So the results in a free version or paid version may vary. Now with my chat GPT paid version, what do I get? I get number of GPTs. I can use GPT 5.1, Auto, Instant, Thinking, and I do have legacy models. Instant, Mini, Thinking 4, 4.1, 3, 4, and Mini. All right. Okay. Then I do have Canva model for ChatGPT, which is there to design some inspirational quote or poster. Okay. So let me say that I need a poster. Okay. So let me do something. I need a poster for a session on, and let me go to my WhatsApp and let me see that what is the session I had given to Dr. Pawan, and I have taken this, okay, and poster on perfect for a session on 22nd November 2025, and here is the basic prompt, right? Given that I am Professor Ashish Dahiya, and I have given it a prompt. All right, so now it will ask Canva, and it has asked me that Prasad Daya, to make sure your poster turns right. This is what I've understood. Event title is this, type is poster, occasion is this, date is this, speaker is this. I'll include some context, this, and this is what you want, and I have confirmed it. Okay, so let me see that how does it work. Now it is taking to ChatGPT plugin to the Canva and designing my poster. It is right on your screen. And once I have given it prompt like an obedient assistant, it works for me. Well, till the time it is working, let me know into the chat box for what all purposes you have been using the chat box and to what extent you are using. Now she has given me four professional tech forward poster. Ah, wonderful. Poster number one, Digital Sathi Transforming Education with Innovative Tools. Join us for this session by Professor Ashish Dahiya. This session, this date, registration open till this. Transforming Education today. Join us on this. Tools that transform classroom innovation. Speaker Professor Ashish. Time this online session. And tools that transform. Join us for this. This. Now, in this technology, if you find that they are okay, you can give the report. But then, we professors are really, really smart. How? Oh, good. So, Sangeeta ma'am says that attendance link, it will link here. All right, ma'am, please do mark me present. I am taking my class very sincerely. Okay. Well, now that was a very, very basic prompt which I had given it to it. Now, what I'll do is I'll ask it to think deeper and work harder. Please prepare this poster in Indian context, keeping in mind Indian audience and Indian sentiments. Okay. And now I'm also giving it a prompt that register now at www.mdu.ac.in or connect us at Understood. And now I have given her more task and given the prompt again. Right. So friends, it's all a matter of prompting. What kind of prompt do you give? What do you expect? And what do you want to extract out of it? Indian audience design should reflect Indian academic context, respectful for Indian sentiments with a professional and educational tone. Okay, I confirm this. And now the Canva is designing some posters for me. It is talking to ChatGPT and plug into the Canva, working on the same and taking you to the first and very interesting thing, that is your own ChatGPT. Well, friends, by the time it works, I was asking you that you may put into the chat box that where you have been using ChatGPT. So I'll be interested to see your answers on it. And by the time she has worked hard, हाँ, अब आप डिफरेंस देखिए। जो पहले वाला था वो एक जेनरिक ग्लोबल ऑडियंस के लिए था। अभी जब हमने इसको बोला कि इंडियन कंटेक्स्ट में दो, तो ऑडियंस डिजाइन कलर पैटर्न्स बदल गए। मजा आया कि नहीं आया? मजा आया कि नहीं आया? अगर दोस्तों मजा आ गया तो एम टाइप कर दीजिए और अगर नहीं आया तो एन टाइप कर दीजिए। वंडरफुल, 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 वंडरफुल। अब देखिए आपका काम कितना आसान होता जा रहा है, लेकिन मुझे अभी भी मजा नहीं आया। राइट। सो आई वॉन्ट, जैसे आप एज अ टीचर एज अ रिसर्चर अपने स्कॉलर को डांटते हो ना, तो फिर लगता है कि हाँ। सो अभी मैं इसको डांटने वाला हूँ। थिंक डीपर and work harder. Add some more Indian cultural contexts in the images. amongst above, image 3 is still better. However, I need you to give me better results. Okay. So now I have scolded it. No, 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 you're not doing good. You need to work harder. And I have asked her that I need you to do this. Oh, that's a very committed assistant, and it has started working for me. I've allowed this action. Let me see how does it work for me till the time we come back here. So we can use ChatGPT one for teaching, generating lesson plan, quiz, case studies. Okay, so now I'm going to make use of it in teaching and coming back to the previous one, which it was working. All right. Okay, so friends, it is working, working, working. It is thinking deeper, working harder, thinking deeper, working harder, thinking deeper, working harder. Ah, Digital Sathi transforming higher education. Digital Sathi transforming higher education. Digital Sathi, Indian cultural context, Digital Sathi, transforming higher education. This technology is improving. Please do let us know if they do not work right. अब इसने इंडियन कल्चरल कंटेक्स्ट में इंडियन फैमिलीज की फोटोज और इंडियन दिवाली या एकेडमिक क्लासरूम या बोर्ड या पैटर्न्स जो है वो डालने शुरू कर दिए. So it says that you can also add your university logo. You want me to include a Sanskrit shalok that aligns with the theme. Highlight this. Would you like guidance on adding culturally respected phrases, visual elements in Canva? सो देखा दोस्तों, मुझे तो आपके साथ इस सेशन में बहुत 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 मज़ा आ रहा है. अगर आपको भी कैनवा का ये लेसन पसंद आया तो टाइप सी इनटू द चैट बॉक्स दैट यस we could make use of Canva and understood that how we are able to design things on it. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. अब चलते हैं वापस से न्यू चैट पे. सो कैनवा का पार्ट इसका मैंने कर दिया पूरा. अब बड़ा सिंपल सा फॉर्मूला है दोस्तों. यू नीड टू असाइन इट एज अ रोल. उसे पहले बता दीजिए कि आप कौन हैं. यू आर एन एक्सपर्ट इन टीचिंग द teachers. Okay. Given that there are college and university teachers and you are supposed to teach them on use of chat GPT for teaching. Okay. Highlight 10 bullet points, right? How chat GPT can be used for teaching. Keep in mind that teachers are from India and that's all. Perfect. Okay, ready? So I have assigned it a role. What is the role? You are an expert in teaching the teachers. Given that there are college and university teachers and you are supposed to teach them on the use of chat GPT for teaching. Highlight 10 bullet points. अब आपने देखा दोस्तों, इसमें कई कई जगह ना रेड लाइंस आ रही हैं. क्यों आ रही हैं? अब मैं आपको एक तीसरे टूल की ओर लेके जा रहा हूं. आप स्क्रीन पे देखेंगे कि बता रहा है कि नहीं, यहाँ एंड नहीं इस्तेमाल करना चाहिए, हाउ टू यूज करना चाहिए, और मैंने इसकी ये बात मान ली है. क्यों? क्योंकि ये एक तीसरा टूल है जिसका नाम है ग्रामरली, राइट? सो ग्रामरली इज अनदर इंटरेस्टिंग टूल विच आई हैव incorporated and I'm using in my everyday writing. सो आप देखिए कि इसने मेरे प्रॉम्प्ट को करेक्ट कर दिया है। और अब आइए इसको ऑर्डर दे देते हैं। ऑर्डर, ऑर्डर। हाँ, आई एम सो हैप्पी। एज अ डायरेक्टर, अगर मेरा ऑफिस में कोई स्टाफ बात नहीं मानता तो मैं कहता हूँ कोई बात नहीं, जीपीटी मेरे सारे बात मानती है। अब देखो दोस्तों, ये कहती है कि मैं 10 तरह से आपकी मदद कर सकती हूँ। डिजाइनिंग द लेसन प्लान्स एंड लेक्चर आउटलाइंस, generate structured lesson plan aligned with syllabus Bloom's technology NEP 2020. Create a 45-minute lesson plan on demand and supply for first year BCom students with activities and examples. So now what you are supposed to do, you are supposed to assign it a role. You are an expert in designing lessons. Given the syllabus, create a 45-minute lesson plan on demand and supply for first year BCom students with activities and examples. But as a teacher, you have to cross check. She is manipulative, वो manipulate भी कर जाएगी. You can explain complex concepts in simple language. Get multiple explanations on the same topic in simple English, one in English or in Hindi regional language. This is useful for first generation learners. Creating question banks and exam material. Generate MCQs, short answer, long answer, case studies, and numericals varying difficulty. You can also ask it to tag questions easy, moderate, difficult according to course outcomes. Design classroom activities and projects. Ask for role plays, group tasks, debates, field assignments. Shift from pure lecture to active learning. Drafting rubric and evaluation criteria. Create clear rubrics for presentations, assignments, vivas, internships, and project reports. This supports the outcome based education and transparent evaluation as encouraged under NEC or NBA. It supports multilingual inclusive classrooms. Create bilingual handouts, English plus Hindi, other Indian language summaries and glossaries of key terms. You can also look for differentiated tasks for slow, average, and advanced learners. It can enhance research and guidance and academic writing. It can create digital learning material, videos, podcasts, PPT outlines that you can adapt and record. Then, designing formative assessments and feedback, it can create quizzes, reflection prompts, exit tickets, etc. etc. It can also help you to model ethical and responsible AI use. So, it is a live example to help you to critical thinking. सो इसका बड़ा सरल सा काम, उसको रोल असाइन करो, आप कौन हो, सिचुएशन बताओ कि क्या करना है, और प्रॉम्प्ट दो कि कितना आपको करके देना है. So assign who you are, what is to be done, how much is to be done. If you are able to give these three things in one prompt, it will yield you better results. So अगर आपको ये प्रॉम्प्ट देने की कला आ गई और अगर आपको ये सीख के अच्छा लगा, सो टाइप ए दैट अच्छा लगा. अब अगर आपको कोई क्वेश्चन है, आप अपने आप को अनम्यूट करके भी पूछ सकते हैं, चैट बॉक्स में भी लिख सकते हैं. क्योंकि हमारे पास समय कम है तो मैं फटाफट फटाफट जाऊंगा, इंडिविजुअल एआई पे बहुत ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लगाऊंगा. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. So I'm getting so many good messages from Balwant ji, Dr. Gaurang ji, Isha Narang ji. Correct, correct, correct.
Excuse me.
Um, yes, please.
Sir, for example, I see a brochure or I see a design. Okay.
Hmm.
Like you just taught us how to use Canva inside ChatGPT.
Hmm.
But I don't know how to write the prompt. Is it possible that I upload that design and ask ChatGPT to make the changes?
Well, that's a good thing. Now, you see, you'll have to tell that it is a machine. You'll have
Mhm.
to tell that what changes do you want. To answer to your question, I'll answer it in two ways. One, let us say that I am the editor of our newsletter. Okay.
Mhm.
So I'll take you to our website and I'll say MDU newsletter. Okay. So I'm just giving you an example that how it will help you in what context. So now this has come MDU newsletter, and I've taken this MDU latest issue 15th October 2025, right? And I have downloaded it. Correct, and it is there in the downloads, and I'll put it as MDU newsletter. Done. So now what I'll do is I'm uploading this MDU newsletter here. Okay. And you are an expert in grammar and English writing for journalism, right? Attached herewith is the draft newsletter of, that's all. It doesn't need to know whose newsletter it is. Now, carefully examine page 1 and give suggestions for improvement. Okay, I'm giving a small prompt because reading 16 pages entire newsletter may take 2 minutes. With this, it can complete in 30 seconds, right? And here is the prompt which I have given. Now, it will look in context of this specific newsletter as an expert of grammar and English and writing for journalism. हमारा जो फर्स्ट पेज है उस पर गवर्नर साहब की, वाइस चांसलर साहब की फोटो है, न्यूज़लेटर का नाम है और थोड़ी सी एमडीयू मिरर ब्यूरो की ओर से एक डिटेल दी हुई है। ठीक, अब देखते हैं कि जीपीटी रीड कर रही है डॉक्यूमेंट को और वो इसको रीड करके क्या इनपुट दे पाती है नहीं दे पाती। सो नाउ पार्ट वन आंसर टू योर क्वेश्चन इज that if you give it a document, assign it as a role, and then ask it to go through it, and you give the prompt that what do they want. Now it has said it has a messed headline, capitalization and consistency. The current is a state university established under Haryana Act number itna. Now
Yeah.
it suggests that state S should be capital, university U should be capital, and rest all is same. The state university should be capitalized. It is used as a formal description. Now, the prompt which was given to it, it has given you a very good result. Now, here comes your rule. If you ask me as a professor of a university, I'll say what she has suggested is correct. A state university, S and U to be capital. But if you ask me as a journalist, I will say no, I reject this. The first line stands correct. In writing for journalism, I will not write S and U capital. Right, because as an editor of this newsletter, I already have discussions in context of the same with the editors of Indian Express and the Tribune, finalizing that should we use S and U small and S and U big. So in terms of academic English, yes, S and U are to be big. In terms of journalism, S and U has to be small here. Okay, but then it has done her job meticulously. So I'll give her a prompt that I'll not need this. I'll prefer the original one. Okay. So here our role continues to be there. Inside box make entries parallel. MDU makes history again 22 researchers included in this. Set clear goals in life and achieve them, Manohar tells students with an odd leading space. So what it is stating that make clear lines again. Now it is stating that it should be clear and putting into the alignment in the same. Now that's an interesting suggestion which it is giving. Remove extra space before set clear goals. So set clear goals, extra space to be removed. Now here set clear goals in the life. There is extra space that is appearing here in between. If you will see M and S. Now there is one space alignment problem in the printing here. So this extra spacing has to be go here. Are you able to see it in my cursor?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now it's a very minor mistake, but it has observed it in depth,
Hmm.
right? So you see that how effectively it is working. Now in 2, it is saying that for fix vice chancellor and similar hypernation. Current the MDU Vice Chancellor Professor Rajbir Singh suggested the MDU Vice Dash Chancellor Professor Rajbir Singh. Now it is a correct suggestion. So this newsletter has a fault. The MDU Vice Chancellor, there should have been a spacing here with a dash inserted inside. Right?
Right, sir.
तो दोस्तों मजा आ गया ना. एज एन एडिटर मैं अपने ही किए हुए काम को दोबारा रीअसेस कर रहा हूँ और खुशी खुशी बता रहा हूँ कि देखो इसमें ये और होना चाहिए. अब इस बात से मुझे नाराज होना चाहिए कि खुश होना चाहिए? खुश होना चाहिए. मैं अगली बार उसको इम्प्रूव कर दूंगा. अब
Right, sir.
इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट इज दैट यू हैव एन एआई टूल. नाउ यू सी हाउ मेनी inputs it has given. It has given you close to 10 inputs that these are the suggestions. Now you may take it to your board, accept them, reject them. The ultimate objective is that your end product has to be exceptionally good. Does that answer your question?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, wonderful. I am so happy that we are able to do it live. All right. So ChatGPT can be used for teaching, that what we can do. Now, did you notice it gave us that these are the different areas we can do for in context of teaching and research? Well, friends, it can also be used for brainstorming topics, refine research questions, draft sections, explain methods with the help of reviewer responses. Okay, I'll give you another beautiful example for my teaching part. Okay. Now what I'm doing is I'm opening up MDU syllabus. All right. So I've opened up my syllabus. Now I'm here into the syllabus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for, let us say, my subject, BHMCT. I have I've downloaded the syllabus. Now I'll take, let us say, for example, first one. Now this is a food production subject syllabus. Okay. I'm copying this till where? Till here. Okay. Done. You are an expert in drafting lesson plans. Attached here with, no, pasted below is the syllabus of done. Okay. Now prepare a lesson plan for practicals for 16 weeks, suggesting 16 menus in the light of syllabus and so what I am doing, and here is the syllabus. Well, I think it has done its task. So let's look into it. Yes. Is it visible to you now? Yeah. Now it has designed the practical layout plan 16 weeks, 3 hours per week. Week 1, focus on lab orientation, hygiene, basic this, menu, this. Week number 2, do this. Week number 3, this. Week number 4, this. Week number 5, week number 6, week number 7, week number 8, week number 9, week number 10, week number 11, week number 12. Perfect. Now, if you look at the syllabus, it was exactly in the way it was designed in your practical to be taken or covered. But now here comes the difference between a machine and a human. The machine has given a prompt and has taken the syllabus exactly as per 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 practicals. If you look towards it, it is telling about use of knife and AI tools, right? But with menu, what it has done also suggested that you can go for a fruit platter, cucumber, or this. You can go for assorted cuts. Now, as a human and as an expert of culinary studies, you need to suggest that what will you do when these vegetable cuts are being made. So you need to work out that how you will be making use of them into your kitchen to have optimal utilization of resources. But if you ask me as a professor of culinary, my 80% of the work has been done by it meticulously and in a easier way. So, अगर आपको ये बात पसंद आई तो दोस्तों चैट बॉक्स में पी टाइप कीजिए कि मुझे पसंद आई। मुझे तो बहुत पसंद आई कि मेरा काम बहुत सारा आसान हो गया है। राइट। संजीत कुमार जी लिखते हैं, सर ये सारे एआई टूल्स बहुत अच्छे हैं, लेकिन मेरा मानना है कि ये सारे हमारी प्रतिभा को नष्ट कर देंगे। तो मेरा क्वेश्चन है कि ऐसा पॉसिबल नहीं, हम अपनी प्रतिभा को भी ना खोएं और हम एआई का फायदा भी उठा सकें। वेल संजीत जी, व्हेन कैलकुलेटर्स केम इन द वर्ल्ड, द प्रोफेसर्स ऑफ मैथमेटिक्स वर ऑन स्ट्राइक, टेलिंग दैट दे विल किल आवर प्रोफेशन ऑफ मैथमेटिक्स, but it has never happened. We are only in a dilemma that how it will kill your pratibha. No, it cannot. Did you notice that when it was planning, it was suggesting that you may go for this? I would have invested close to 3 hours to make 16 weeks menus for my practicals. It did it less than 3 minutes. As a professor, if I invest 30 minutes on that, I can make it more easy and simpler. So the task which I was doing in 3 hours, I have been able to do it in 33 minutes. It's a perfect input for me using help. Well, Dr. Sherry says more use of AI may affect the creativity of users. In future, we will depend on this. Yes, sir, I am right or wrong. Dr. Sherry, you are absolutely right. But then using an iPhone has helped you, using an Android phone has helped you. Technology is one thing which you cannot avoid. So when you cannot avoid it, learn use to use it timely and righteously. I repeat, learn to use it timely and righteously. If you will not learn to use it timely, you will be left behind. Well, interesting. So Pooja ji has raised hand. Dr. Shavish has raised hand. Yes, I would like to answer your questions before I move ahead.
गुड इवनिंग सर। सर आपका सेशन बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग था, आपने देखा ही है कितना इंटरेक्टिव था। सर मैं ये क्वेश्चन करना चाहती हूँ, आपने जो इतने सारे यूजेस बनाए, वी आर आल्सो यूजिंग चैट जीपीटी, जेमिनी, मतलब कैनवा, ऑल दिस सॉफ्टवेयर्स एंड एप्स। बट सर जो आपने बताया ये सारा कुछ, इसमें आपने ब्रोशर्स क्रिएट करने बताए हैं, ठीक है, ये सारी चीजें, बट आपने बताया ये सारा पेड वर्जन में अवेलेबल है, फ्री में तो अवेलेबल नहीं है।
There are limited features available freely, Pooja ji,
हाँ जी, हाँ
and
जी।
there is a very interesting connotation. There is nothing free in this world.
यस।
We are being paid salaries. When I buy a book, I pay for that. A specimen of one book may be given to me, but then that essentially has to be recommended to the library, right? So when I'm ready to pay for a book, if I'm using it actively, there is no harm in investing digital tools. When you are using an iPhone, you pay close to 1 or 1.5 lakhs. Nobody gives us free, right? or when you are using an Android phone, any service you are availing, you do pay for that. So, well, that's a good question. But some of the tools which it offers are free. But since I use it a lot, being multiple assignments with me, I feel that it is very, very good and makes my life much easier. Vijay Rathorji says it's an excellent tool for outsourcing tasks, but sometimes we misunderstand it as a tool for outsourcing our thinking. Well, Vijayji, it doesn't think on your behalf. It thinks on algorithms. It depends what do you want it to do. If you are buying an aeroplane, it is your decision. You'll fly to America or Australia. Correct? If you are having a GPT, it is your decision what you want it to think for you. So you can make use of it. Well, that's a good point. So if we are okay with it, let's take one more question from Shavish Vedji, and then I
Hello,
move on to the next digital tool.
hello. Good evening, sir.
Good evening,
Sir,
Shavishji.
your information is very, very useful for as a teacher, sir. But most of the students, we can say that especially researchers, they are misusing the chat GPT. If we assigned a task, you have to review a particular paper. They just upload the review paper in a chat box and then summarize the content. Then, when we interact with the research scholars and ask some basic information, they are not able to answer. But they have a clips of that review paper. I think for teaching purposes, these tools are very essential because we are not have enough time to conceptualize all the concepts in a very less time. But it is also harming the future of the research scholars.
Well,
Sir,
very good question, Shavishji. I appreciate your genuine question, and it's a genuine problem. There are two ways to it. Way number one, that you need to be more smarter than your scholar to gaze it that he has not read the article but then only summarized it with GPT. And when you'll be more smarter, when you'll be using it more frequently. Number one. Number two,
that's why
take
we are
that
talking.
point take that point to the discussion. When you are discussing it with the research scholars, do ask them to talk about it once, twice, and thrice. Yes, it can be very, very helpful to help them that how to conduct a systematic literature review. It can be very, very helpful to them that what kind of tools and techniques are to be adopted. It can be very, very helpful to cross check that the data analysis that has been done by one system when done on second system is quite okay or no. It can be very, very helpful to draw more inferences from the same data, but simultaneously it cannot replace human beings. So your own inputs will always remain quintessential. Wonderful. So I think that answers to your question. Much appreciated. All right, friends. So, Nidhi says, Sir, I seek your kind information on whether it is permissible to prepare our FIP assignment with the assistant of ChatGPT. Well, Nidhi ji, since I am not the program coordinator of FIP or the director of HRDC, so I will not be able to answer that. But then, yes, as a session resource person, I see no harm to make use of the tool, but I see certainly harm to make only use of the tool but not applying your mind to it. So my answer to this, as the resource person, you should use it, but do apply your mind. Remember, GPT is your assistant, you are the boss. Don't make her as the boss and you turn to be the assistant. That's my candid answer to this. All right, wonderful, lovely Chetanji. I adore your skills for responding here. So, friends, now I take you to the next interesting tool, and I'm again sharing the screen. Wonderful. I think this was here, and here was the prompt viewer. Yes. So, first is ChatGPT Open AI tool. Now, second interesting tool is Microsoft Copilot. Well, to create PPTs, to create summaries of PDFs, drafts, emails, notices, generate questions, Microsoft Copilot is a very, very interesting tool. So, what I'm doing is I'm taking you to now Microsoft. Copilot AI, and I have taken it here. And here is the Microsoft Copilot. Oh, wonderful. My session continue without signing it. Okay, I'm saving my time. Okay. What's new? What do you want me to do? So let's look at the features of Microsoft Copilot. It can open the sidebar. It can help me to discover, imagine, library, and my labs. Since I have not signed it, it will give only limited choices to me. But what I'm trying to do is that I'll ask it, You are expert in writing letters in human tone. Now I have assigned that in which tone write a letter to Miss Daisy on her wedding, keeping in mind Indian sentiments and culture. You are the director of high tech firms, and Miss Daisy is your assistant. Okay. And why a letter? It should be email. The era of letters has gone. So you are an expert in writing emails in human tone. Write an email. Done. Okay. And now my expert assistant is telling me that, sir, you have made these mistakes. Grammarly is added into my system. So I have accepted that prompt. And here is a warm Dear Miss Daisy, it fills me immense joy to extend my heartfelt congratulations on this. This is in our culture, marriage is not this. You are step chapter of new life. We look forward to this. Your name, Director, High Tech Firms. So I have a very simple question here. If I was supposed to write an email, draft it, or ask my assistant to type it or redraft it, I would have given my mind, given a shorthand typing to her. She would have drafted or curated. Now, this task was done in 30 seconds. I can edit it, revise it, apply my mind, and send the same. But more or less, I'll see that there might be 1 to 5% of corrections. Rest all I think is absolutely apt and perfect. Okay, now I'm giving it a more interesting tone, right? You are an expert in finding research projects. Explore the call for research proposals in social sciences by the government of India or its agencies in November 2025. Okay. So what I've done is I've asked it that you are an expert in finding research proposals, explore the call for research proposals in social sciences by the government of India in the month of November 2025. So rather than hunting or finding out with my friends, I have assigned Microsoft Copilot a task. Correct me if I am wrong or if it doesn't work well. ICSSR has called for projects. Funding up to 30 lakhs opens at 15th of November, closes at 15th of December. Eligibility is this. Oh, wonderful. So we that's an interesting thing. The Copilot has done it for you. So are you finding it interesting? Type I into the chat box if you are finding it interesting. Type B into the chat box if you are finding it boring. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. So you have learned, at least if not learned, have been acquainted that how you can use Microsoft Copilot for your work. So there are a lot of other uses of Microsoft Copilot. Okay, we will be covering it some other time in more detail. But then anyone who has been using Microsoft Copilot and would like to mention or address that this is one good tool which he or she has been using for his or her academic or research work for Microsoft Copilot. Let's hear from the user's mouth also, because when I started with the session, I asked from you that how many of you are using these tools, what are the tools and what are their usages. And if I'm not wrong, did somebody write Microsoft Copilot in the beginning? Let me just cross check. Oh, a lot of messages to go back there. Okay. Anyways, wonderful. So Debolina Dattaji says that I use it. Okay, Debolina ji, can you unmute yourself and share in about a minute's time so that our audience knows about it, that where and how do you use it? Dr. Iqbal Hassan also uses it. Anyone
Hello, sir.
amongst? Yes, Debolina ji.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, yours has been a wonderful session.
Thank you. So where
Yeah, yes, sir.
Microsoft Copilot?
I use it both in my laptop and phone for all kind of Microsoft Words, PPTs, Excel sheet.
Mhm.
So
So
it
how
helps.
happy you are with it?
It's very happy. I'm very happy, sir.
You are
I'm
very
very
happy.
happy, especially using it on phone. My phone works as a mini laptop.
Oh,
So most
wonderful.
of the time we don't need to switch on the laptop. So Microsoft
Wonderful.
helps a lot. But sir,
Wonderful.
I know you're running out of time, but I really needed to know any app through which we can make prompt PPTs.
Mhm.
Because sometimes we are in a rush and we need a very early PPT in a haste. And I'm not very
Mhm.
good in making it through AI.
But if you ask me, I will strongly say to desist making any kind of PPT in a hurst. As a responsible academician, the moment you have delivered your PPT, your hand has opened up and people get to know that you are carrying $1 million or 1 rupee. There is no excuse thereafter that I made it in a hurst. But then
No, sir,
yes,
sometimes from the
you can
PDF or the
use
Word file that we have already
you can
made.
use Microsoft Copilot or GPT to give prompt and ask that what could be covered in that, and then you can make use of Gamma
Yeah.
and ask Gamma to create PPT for you. Gamma would be happy to do it, but then you need to re-edit it. But majority of the contents are of Gamma are very good when it comes to making of PowerPoint presentations.
And like if we have a PPT, if we have a Word file made or we have a PDF made that we have written properly and we just need a PPT of it, Gamma
Hmm.
will help.
Gamma will
Uploading
help you give the link of the source, and but Gamma will only be help you to certain extent freely. Otherwise, it will start charging.
That
For
is good. It's
presentations,
free from
Desktop can also help you. Tom is also a good help that will help you. So
like if we
Gamma,
upload if we upload the PDF that we have made out of the Word file and they will make the PPT accordingly.
correct.
Desktop.
Yes, desktopus.
Desktop. Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Correct. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, so we are 16 minutes close to closing till 15:30. We have to close it. 5:30 का टाइम है पवन जी.
सर अब तो मैं ये कहना नहीं चाहूंगा क्योंकि टाइम तो हो चुका है,
अच्छा.
बट
ओके.
पार्टिसिपेंट को इतना आनंद आ रहा था, इतना एंजॉय कर रहे थे और मैं खुद इतना एंजॉय कर रहा था, तो मुझे ये लग रहा था जितना आज आपसे बेनिफिट लिया जा सके उतना हम लें। अब यहाँ पे हम थोड़ा सा स्वार्थी हो गए थे सर आपको सुनने के चक्कर में।
ऑल राइट, सो मैं एक बार अपने 10 टूल्स पूरे कर लूं, अपने ऑडियंस
जी
को मैं
जी
निराश नहीं
जी,
करना चाहूंगा. आई
प्लीज प्लीज सर।
ओके. तो दोस्तों, दूसरा टूल हमने यूज किया माइक्रोसॉफ्ट को पायलट. अब मैं यहाँ आपको एक और बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग चीज दिखाना चाहता हूँ. एक बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग टूल है जिसका नाम है NOTEBOO के नोटबुक LM. राइट. अभी चैट जीपीटी माइक्रोसॉफ्ट को पायलट क्या करता है, वो बहुत सारे सोर्सेज से डेटा निकालता है. नोटबुक LM क्या करता है, जो अभी मैडम ने क्वेश्चन पूछा था, शी स्टेटेड कि सर मुझे उस पर्टिकुलर पीडीएफ से ही चाहिए. अभी मान लीजिए मैंने यहां पर मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ टूरिज्म गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की एनुअल रिपोर्ट 2025 निकाली, ठीक है। सो ये आ गई मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ टूरिज्म गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एनुअल रिपोर्ट, एंड this is annual report of Ministry of Tourism Government of India. Now this report has 111 pages, right? So I have downloaded it. Okay, downloaded. Now I have gone to Notebook LM and I am creating a new notebook. So what I have done, I will upload the source, and I have taken this annual report of Ministry of Tourism Government of India. Okay. Now it will raise questions or answers questions within this document only. It will not go anywhere outside this document. Whereas in case of ChatGPT or Copilot, it could go anywhere across the world, across the globe. Now, are you able to understand the difference between the two? So, when you are teaching some specific book or reading some specific report and you want something out of it, so it has given me a question. How are national tourism schemes like Swadesh Darshan or Prasad structurally supporting destination development and infrastructure creation? Now, with this question, it is going through the report. And from the report, it has given me this answer, which is very, very precise and specific with references and sources, that these schemes are doing this. And from page number this, section number this is the ready reference. So that gives you more credible answer to the query where you are complete. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am grabbing your attention to something which is very, very important. When I stated that when you're using AI tools to frame questions, you have your ready textbooks which are in e-forms which you're using. Your notebook LM will help you to extract questions or answers within that textbook only. Debolina has raised a question. It is free or do we need to subscribe? Notebook LM is absolutely free. So it is credible, reliable, absolutely free. You can save it, preserve it, use it a number of times. Only thing what is needed is you need to have a Gmail account with this. Right? So मजा आ गया ना? मुझे तो बहुत मजा आ रहा है आप सबसे बातें करके और ये अच्छी अच्छी चीजें सिखा के। अगर आप बोर हो रहे हैं तो आप बी टाइप कर सकते हैं, और अगर आपको मजा आ रहा है तो आप एम टाइप कर सकते हैं। राइट, वंडरफुल। और एक बार फिर वापस प्रेजेंटेशन पे चलते हैं दोस्तों। वंडरफुल वंडरफुल वंडरफुल, एंड हियर वी आर। And now what I'm doing is I'm closing Microsoft Copilot. We don't need it. This syllabus also I'm closing. MD University also I'm closing. Here were we. So we can use Microsoft Copilot. Then we come to the next one, Google Gemini. That is another interesting AI tool which was earlier called as formerly Bard. So it quickly generates examples, explanation, diagrams, and classroom activities connect with Google documents or slides. So it is a very, very interesting tool which you can use. Now I'm not going to take you for a live session on this because our time is running out. We'll do it some other time. Then is Perplexity. So for teaching, if you want up-to-date citation-backed answers from classroom preparation, great for what's latest on these type of topics. Perplexity.ai is a wonderful, wonderful tool which you all must use. Right? So if you want to go for seeing key papers, reviewing the sources, going for literature search, wonderful. Elicit.org. If you want to go for literature review, find relevant paper, extract key information, sample results, early stage PG, PhD research, map field faster, elicit.org is a wonderful tool. ScienceSite.ai, how a paper has been cited, supporting, contrasting, or just mentioning, helps to judge the evidence and how the follow-up studies is another very, very interesting tool. Then Research Rabbit. It helps you to have visual maps of research papers, helps you to find seminal works and clusters in a field, and it is good for supervisors and scholars to see whether the student has really covered the literature landscape or not. Going to the next, Quillbot or Grammarly, you are seeing that I'm using Grammarly in my system. It helps you for clarity, academic tone, own reports and emails, for polishing drafts and checking unintentional plagiarism. Canva, we have done it. We used it for engaging PPTs. And Notion.ai for teaching, creating lesson plans, class notes, auto summary of meeting notes. You can use Notion. So thank you very much. The idea was to connect with you here. But before we go, one last magic pin. Friends, there are hundreds of AI tools. There is one interesting AI tool, and that interesting AI tool is AI Fiesta. Ah, it's right on your screen. Now, if I raise a question, what will ChatGPT answer? What will Gemini answer? What will DeepSeek answer? What will Perplexity answer? And what will Claude answer? What will Grok answer? What will Kim K2 answer? It will be all answered by AI Fiesta. Isn't that incredible? So, one question, seven AI tools answering you and giving you the results. You are an expert in hospitality and tourism. Tell five salient features of Indian cuisine in context of food history and culture from a chef and food historian perspective. Okay, perfect. With five examples. Okay. So I have created one hypothetical question. You are an expert in hospitality tourism. Tell five salient features about Indian cuisine in context. अभी ग्रामरली ने देखो काम करना शुरू कर दिया. वो कहती है सर इसको ऐसा ऐसा कर दीजिए. मेरी असिस्टेंट बहुत काम की है. सभी करेक्शंस लग गए. हाँ अब देखो मेरे सब असिस्टेंट काम कर रहे हैं एक साथ. I am a very powerful man, you know. I have so many assistants who work for me. It says great topic. It says नमस्ते. I am delighted. See, Gemini is smart. वो मुझे कहती है इंडियन कंटेस्ट है तो बोलती है सर नमस्ते. डीप सी कहती है ऑफ कोर्स आई डू दिस राइट. परप्लेक्सिटी कहती है हेयर आई एम विद द फाइव आंसर्स. क्लॉड कहता है फाइव कुजीन्स ये रहे ये लीजिए. और ग्रॉक कहता है बिलो इज द डिटेल्ड रिव्यू. किमी टू कहता है 6000 ईयर कॉन्टिनम फ्लेवर साइंस. देखो दोस्तों अभी जीपीटी कहती है डाइवर्सिटी है हमारे में. शेफ पर्सपेक्टिव ये है, हिस्टोरियन पर्सपेक्टिव ये है. एग्जाम्पल्स पंजाबी तंदूरी डिशेस, साउथ इंडियन मील्स, गोवन राजस्थानी गुजराती थालीज, कोस्टल कोंकण स्पाइसी लेड फ्लेवर आर्किटेक्चर हिस्टोरियन पर्सपेक्टिव. एग्जाम्पल्स डेयरी एंड हिस्ट्री एंड कलनरी हिस्टोरियन पर्सपेक्टिव. अब आते हैं जेमिनी. जेमिनी कहती है आर्ट ऑफ स्पाइसेस सिम्फनी ऑफ फ्लेवर्स. हमारा गरम मसाला रीजनल डाइवर्सिटी कल्चरल सिग्निफिकेंस एग्जाम्पल्स. डीप सीक कहता है लिवर्ड लेगेसी ऑफ स्पाइस रूट एंड फॉरेन इन्फ्लुएंसेस एग्जाम्पल्स. फिलोसफिकल एंड न्यूट्रिशनल फ्रेमवर्क ऑफ आयुर्वेदा एग्जाम्पल्स. परप्लेक्सिटी कहती है एंशियंट रूट्स एंड कंटिन्यूटी टर्मरिक का डेली कुकिंग में कैसे इस्तेमाल हुआ लेयर्ड कल्चरल इन्फ्लुएंसेस. क्लॉड कहता है इंडियन कुजीन एंशंट स्पाइस इंटीग्रेशन कलनरी एवोल्यूशन। काली मिर्च को ब्लैक गोल्ड कहा जाता था। टर्मरिक को जो है 2000 बीसी में इस्तेमाल करना शुरू किया। इलायची का मुगलई कुजीन में बहुत इस्तेमाल हुआ। दालचीनी को साउथ इंडिया में बहुत यूज़ करते हैं। और लौंग के प्रिपरेशंस बहुत हुए। और ग्रॉक कहता है इंडियन क्यूजीन में रीजनल डाइवर्सिटी है, स्पाइस ब्लेंड्स हैं। और दोस्तों किमी टू कहता है 6000 पुरानी हमारी सभ्यता। टर्मरिक का यहाँ इस्तेमाल हुआ। सीक्रेट ज्योग्राफी मसाला चक्र ये थे। आयुर्वेद एल्गोरिथम कुकिंग। मुझे पर्सनली किमी टू का आंसर बहुत पसंद आया। और मुझे इसके साथ साथ क्लॉड का आंसर ज्यादा पसंद आया। तो दोस्तों एक साथ मेरी 7 असिस्टेंट्स ने काम किया। मुझे 7 में से इन 2 का आंसर ज्यादा पसंद आया। सो देखा आपने, अगर एआई आपकी लाइफ में है और आप उसका राइटियसली यूज करते हैं तो आप कितनी जबरदस्त प्रिपरेशंस कर सकते हैं। यानी कि जब शुरू में डिजिटल लाइब्रेरीज आई थी तो लोगों को लगा था कि साहब हमारी मैनुअल लाइब्रेरीज का क्या होगा। फिर लोग इस हद तक पीछे भागे कि सारी ई बुक्स बहुत जीबीज के पेन ड्राइव भर लिए, सोचे इनको कब पढ़ेंगे। There is no need to keep on recording, putting, holding on them. The important is pivotal is to apply them in your everyday life. I apply AI in my everyday life. Believe me, it's a good assistant and a great tool. I'm not marketing for any individual AI, but as a teacher, I'm happy that if I use them righteously, I'm able to do something good, more productive, more enriching within the same span of time. If you use them righteously, they are a boon to your life. If you don't use them righteously, they are a curse to your life. So, दोस्तों मुझे आप सबके साथ बात करके मजा आया। 5:30 का समय हो गया है। मैं अपने समय से आधा घंटा आपका ज्यादा ले गया, लेकिन आपके उत्साह ने मुझे और उत्साहित किया। और जिस तरह से आप लोग जुड़े रहे, दैट एड्स मोर लाइफ टू दिस सेशन। अगर ये आपको सेशन मज़ा आया तो आप टाइप करिए जी मज़ा आ गया है। अगर आप बोर हुए तो टाइप कर दीजिए बोर हो गया है। और फिर किसी प्लेटफॉर्म पे मिलेंगे। इट वाज लवली बीइंग देयर विद यू। क्विकली एक या दो क्वेश्चन ले सकते हैं अगर आपके पास कोई स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन है तो। पर मुझे आप सबके साथ बहुत बहुत मज़ा आया। लवली मीटिंग यू ऑल।
सर
जी चेतन जी।
सर थैंक यू सो मच, आपने इतने सारे टूल्स बताए। एक्चुअली आई वाज ऑलरेडी यूजिंग चैट जीपीटी एंड डीप सीक एटसेट्रा, बट आई नेवर न्यू दीज पॉसिबिलिटीज जो आपने आज बताया है कि इन टूल्स को इस तरह से भी यूज कर सकते हैं, जैसे आपने कैनवा को यूज करके दिखाया इनसाइड चैट जीपीटी। तो दैट वाज टोटली न्यू फॉर मी। और आपने जो बाकी के टूल्स बताए, जैसे सर जो आपने एआई फिएस्टा वाला जो टूल बताया, आई वाज नेवर नोइंग अबाउट दिस टूल। और जिस तरह से आपने कंपैरिजन करके दिखाया, ये बड़े अच्छे सर तरह से समझ आया। एंड डेफिनेटली अब इंट्रोडक्शन हो गया इन टूल्स के साथ। तो आई थिंक बिकॉज वी ऑल आर द टीचर्स एंड वी हैव मल्टीपल असाइनमेंट्स कि क्लासरूम में भी है और वैसे भी अदर देन द टीचिंग जो असाइनमेंट्स हमें मिलता है, तो these tools will play a very important role in completing those assignments. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
थैंक यू चेतन जी। बिलीव मी, ये टूल्स वाकई बहुत काम के हैं। और मेरा आपको इतना ही आग्रह है, एवरी वीक लर्न वन टूल। सो 52 वीक्स यू विल लर्न 52 टूल्स। एवरी वीक अप्लाई वन टूल, so
Hmm.
you will be the best. I mean, my life is so easy. I hold 5 portfolios in my university, and director public relations is a much sought after portfolio that every day you have to send press releases. 48 departments, out of them 10 are doing something. You have 10 press releases to be sent, read, edited, certified. I just spent 10 minutes to it, and I have been one of the finest director public relations of this university. So it's not me. I just applied my mind, used my AI tools, and they have made my life much much easier. Otherwise, I would have invested 10 hours. My results would not have been that good. But if I'm doing well, my institution is doing well, I'm really happy. So be happy. Life is awesome. Stay productive. Stay awesome. You all have my email addresses or number. Whenever you need any session, feel free to connect. Dr. Pawan is always there to support you up. And thanks to BPS Women HRDC, Dr. Shefali, for roping me in. और आई एम श्योर पवन जी कहेंगे कि सर हमारे आप इफेक्टिव स्पीकर्स में से एक हैं, तो उनकी एंडोर्समेंट जो है उनके बिना कहे मैं स्वीकार कर लेता हूं। और मुझे खुशी का तब होगी जिस दिन जैमिनी और चैट जीपीटी कहेंगे कि प्रोफेसर आशीष इज वन ऑफ द फाइनेस्ट स्पीकर्स। लवली। सो ओवर टू द ऑर्गेनाइजर्स, थैंक यू सो मच।
थैंक यू सो मच प्रोफेसर
Thank you,
दहिया।
sir.
डियर
Sir,
पार्टिसिपेंट, अब
I
तक
would
प्रोफेसर
like
दहिया
to,
ने,
yeah,
या
यस
उजला जी
यस मैम,
प्लीज।
आई विल इनवाइट यू फॉर
yeah,
दैट।
हाँ,
राइट।
sorry.
मुझे नहीं पता डियर पार्टिसिपेंट कि आपको वास्तव में मजा आया है या नहीं, या आपने प्रोफेसर आशीष दहिया के प्रेशर से एम लिखा मजा आने के लिए। बट अगर आपको वास्तव में मजा आया है तो अनम्यूट योर सेल्फ, अनम्यूट योर कैमरे को आप ऑन करें एंड क्लैप फॉर प्रोफेसर आशीष दहिया।
थैंक यू
अनम्यूट
आशीष
योर
चड्डा
सेल्फ।
जी, आपने बहुत सुंदर तस्वीर मेरी बना के भेजी है। लवली, एंड दिस क्लैपिंग इज फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू। ईशा नारंग जी पूछती हैं, सर हाउ मच टाइम डिड यू टेक इट टू मेक दीज प्रेजेंटेशंस? 5 minutes।
Oh,
चलिए, इफ यू एनीबडी हैव एनी क्वेश्चन यू मे
But then,
आस्क।
Esha ji,
और
it was not only 5 minutes to make those presentations, it was 20 years of experience to my domain that has added knowledge to it. They are not AI generated presentations, they are AI assisted presentations. I have given my thought. I know that this is what I'm looking forward to it. I gave my prompt. They delivered the contents. I edited it, modified it, revised it, and ascertained it that this is what was to be delivered. Otherwise, you would have, one of you would have said, sir, generated from Gamma, what waste of 45 minutes or 1 hour. Now you will say we invested 3 long hours, rather 3.5 long hours, and the session was fruitful. And that's a big wow when you see that, yes, your people whom you have taken time are happy with that. Lovely, lovely meeting.
सर, जो आज के इस एआई के सेशन में आपने एआई का तड़का लगाया है, तो उसमें मैं कहूंगा कि वास्तव में सबको मजा आया है। तो बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। उजाला जी कुछ कहना चाह रही हैं?
good evening, everyone. Today's session by the expert was truly outstanding. Dr. Ashish Daya on Rasoi Rivas and Ragiri, the third session. He brilliantly connected IKS with tourism and hospitality, with showing how food, culture, wellness, travel, and community practices are deeply intertwined. I also appreciated the way he emphasized that the true Indian Rivas lies in preserving the dignity of the guest, reflected in practices like charpai based mehman nawazi, and how shared meals support mental well-being and community bonding. I'm sorry if you all find it a bit long, because there are too many things that Sir has covered today. So I have a few things to say. Thirdly, he also raised crucial issues like Tirth versus mass tourism, climate concerns versus sustainability, and the need to balance cultural rootedness with contemporary demands. Over and above all these things, in um, the second session was on digital Sati, digital tools, in which Sir explained the wide use of AI and its functionality. And to name a few tools, Gemini, Elicit.org, Perplexity, Notebook LM, Quillbot, etc. And their functionality lies in creating graphics, presentations, video editing, digital marketing, to supporting commerce, teaching, music, artworks, and inclusive classrooms, even in COPO mapping and in brainstorming research questions. So his clarity, practical examples made the session really relevant for all the participants. Especially, I would like to say the way we sincerely appreciate, because he was very emotionally resonant, if I may put it like that, and intellectually refreshing for all of us. So we wholeheartedly thank him for sharing his expertise with us in both the sessions. I also want to add one thing more. His timely use of the affectionate word dosto created a comfortable learning atmosphere for all of us. So there are too many things as examples of tea as a cultural gesture, where you politely refute first and then you accept it. So that strengthens warmth in the Indian context, especially. So yeah, I would end it here because then there will be too many things if I make it long. Thanks a lot, sir, for
Thank you,
Thank
enriching.
you, ma'am.
Jalaji. Thank you
Sir,
for your
Yeah.
kind
Professor
words.
Ashish, we have two more participants who wish to say something. So here I would like to invite Dr. Linda, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am.
Good evening, everybody. To begin with, as Dr. Ujala said, we have too many things to say. But the first thing that comes to my mind is that today was like a live session for all of us as educators to be how to be a good teacher, because that exactly was the afternoon session was all about. I was admiring Dr. Ashish from a different perspective as a student looking at an exemplary teacher. That is how exactly the entire two sessions went by. And in our place, there is a famous proverb that goes like that: "You are what you eat." But today I think it became a very meaningful proverb for me today, because he emphasized on what we need to eat, and he connected with the age old traditions, how our grandparents ate. And it was actually a wake up call for me personally. I realized how much we used to keep aside the Indian knowledge system, but it is very, very essential. And another important aspect about the afternoon session, both the sessions together, it's like, the intersection of crossroads, because one is talking about, going back to your roots. That is the first session. And the other session is about, getting ready for the future. So it's like sticking to your past while you also, get ready for the future. I think that is a message for us educators, because we need to be balanced with both, deeply rooted in our past, plus ready for our future, because only then we will be perfect teachers for our students as well. So sir, Dr. Ashish, you're truly a master of all trades, and very rare to see educators like you. So happy to have met you through this platform, sir. I don't know about AI Fiesta, but you are a fiesta for us today. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Saab. But I am happy that amongst the participants, you could gaze that why I shifted my presentation, that I first choose the
Mhm.
past and then came to the present
Yes.
and the future.
Yes.
The future, yes.
So both presentations were ready. It was easy to take digital tools in the beginning and come to the Rasoi and
Right.
Rahigiri one later one. But
Rewatch.
then connecting to the past and taking to the present was going in more apt sync.
Yeah, the natural.
So
Yes.
if you have appreciated it, so that means yes, we could do what we wanted to and connect these with the one. Thank you very much. So let's
One,
take up
Thank you, ma'am.
just one last point to be added. Sorry, sorry. Uh, you can really combine, sir, two poles apart. One is calmness, and the other is enthusiasm. So that is what we learned. At least I was learning that you have a lot of calmness in you, but at the same time you are enthusiastic. So I think as teachers also, we should all try to keep these two differing things, but they can come together in one person, one personality.
Thank you for this
Sorry to
compliment.
interrupt,
I
but yeah,
appreciate it. Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah, sir, one more participant, last participant, Dr. Kusum Chandel, ma'am.
धन्यवाद सर। आदरणीय सर, मैं आपके प्रति हम सब की तरफ से हार्दिक आभार व कृतज्ञता व्यक्त करना चाहती हूँ। आपका रसोई रिवाज और राहगीरी पे दिया गया व्याख्यान अत्यधिक ज्ञानवर्धक और प्रेरणादायक था। आपकी विशेषज्ञता व अनुभव से भरपूर बातों ने हमें न केवल नई दृष्टि प्रदान की, बल्कि हमारी जीवन शैली में सकारात्मक परिवर्तन लाने के लिए भी प्रेरित किया। इसके अलावा आपके द्वारा प्रस्तुत किए गए महत्वपूर्ण बिंदुओं और उदाहरणों ने हमें गहराई से सोचने और आत्म मूल्यांकन करने का अवसर प्रदान किया। मैं आपके प्रति हार्दिक धन्यवाद व्यक्त करना चाहती हूँ और आशा करती हूँ भविष्य में भी आप हमें मार्गदर्शन का लाभ देंगे। इसके अलावा जो आपने विषय डिजिटल साथी चौक बोर्ड से डिजिटल बोर्ड की ओर पर व्याख्यान दिया, वो भी अत्यंत प्रेरणादायक रहा। इसके उपयोग से भविष्य की शिक्षा के सच्चे स्वरूप से हम परिचित हुए और डिजिटल साधनों की शक्ति को सरल शब्दों में समझाने की आपकी क्षमता अद्भुत थी। आपके मार्गदर्शन से हमें तकनीक को शिक्षण में समावेश करने का दृढ़ विश्वास मिला। आपका
हाँ तो जिस
सर।
जी कुसुम जी, प्लीज कैरी ऑन।
सर ने जो आज व्याख्यान दिया है वो मेरी पर्सनली भी मुझे बहुत आत्मविश्वास मिला, क्योंकि मेरी स्पोकन इंग्लिश बहुत वीक है। तो मैं बहुत ज़्यादा नर्वस हो रही थी जब मैम ने कहा कि आपको फीडबैक देना है। बट जब सर ने मातृभाषा के बारे में कहा कि आपको मातृभाषा का अच्छे से उपयोग करना चाहिए और आप जिसमें कंफर्टेबल हैं उस चीज़ को ज़्यादा अच्छे से बेहतर समझाना चाहिए, तो मुझे उससे बहुत ज़्यादा आत्मविश्वास मिला और मैंने हिंदी में अपना ये फीडबैक दिया।
धन्यवाद कुसुम जी, बहुत सुंदर बोले आप, मजा आ गया। और दोस्तों, मन तो कर रहा है आपसे और बहुत सारी बातें करें, पर समय की अपनी मर्यादा है और आप सबको भी अपने बहुत सारे काम निपटाने होंगे। तो बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। स्टे ऑसम, स्टे प्रोडक्टिव एंड स्टे
थैंक यू,
हैप्पी।
थैंक यू,
थैंक यू वेरी
थैंक यू
मच।
सर, थैंक
थैंक
यू
यू
सो मच
सर।
फॉर दिस डिलीशियस लेक्चर सर। थैंक यू सो मच, नमस्ते।
तो सबको चटपटी राम राम, बाय बाय, नमस्कार।